Are you in the Matrix? Are you caught between the wheel and doing more dishes? Are you driving and continuing to feed yourself because you're addicted that you have to continue the food cycle and the eating and the buying and the rotating and the sleeping and the eating? We are in a matrix, a grid of grinding the bones of truth, the bones of our soul, the bones of our temple, and we're just grinding ourselves to continue feeding the parasites in our bellies, people. When are we going to stop trying and do exactly what we know to do to be true? How many times do you lie to ourselves every day? You know, I'm finding times when I lie to myself, I'm not breathing properly, I'm not at ease, I'm under tension. People, everyone around you breeds tension and like a non-standstill clause of just loving life and being present and smelling flowers and watching trees grow and watching a cloud. Almost like being on an LSD trip all the time. You know, if you lived in awe all the time, if you lived in like, wow, I'm observing right now it's raining. I'm observing that I'm in Hawaii and it's beautiful. And you can be naked here, you can be natural. You see, being natural is almost like illegal. Because if you're natural, you're observing all the birds and the bees and the clouds, you're not working. You're not supporting the beast. You're not supporting the man, the ones who control here. And I know you don't know all this stuff, but it's like to get somebody off the couch and just get them to say, man, well, I've been fucking jerking off to somebody else's tune my whole life. Everything we've been trained. I mean, you got to get off the road and get out where you can experience who you are. See, I live in the nature and the jungle for years and years because I realized that the grid is poisoned. The cards are stacked against you, people. That's right. As soon as you walk out there, it's businesses, private property, ownership. You got to just stay down the narrow road. You can't veer to the side and say, wow, this is a nice tree in somebody's backyard and you get arrested or trespassing. This whole world is owned and being destroyed by these motherfuckers. We got to go back to being a tribe. Unless we're a tribe, we're doomed. But tribes have leaders. Nobody really likes a leader, but we all allow these leaders to follow. And I don't know if we even follow them. We just get dictated to do what they want us to. Stay in the road, stay down the lane. Well, I'm not into staying down the lane. I'm into bridging gaps and bridging the worlds because this world is dying, people. It's so sad. We're watching it from these little phones and laptops. It all go away. But it's also the story they want to tell us. There's hardly any of it's really true. You got it. I mean, people say take it with a grain of salt. I don't even know if that's even worthy. These liars, they're just liars. Maybe the world is just fine, but they just keep injecting it with problems. So maybe we don't have to do anything if we just stop doing anything like we went into lockdown. That was so beautiful. Why not go into lockdown and quarantine ourselves out of joy because we're so happy being where we are. So see, I don't go really anywhere. I just stay in one place because I'm happy here. But if we keep driving to work or driving for vacation or flying, you're part of the problem. These are all like old ways of destroying the earth when you got to see that if you stop spending money, you don't have to make as much or any at all. You just try to live as free as you can. That's what we're going into as well. You need to live free. Do you want to live free? Do you want to live happy? Well, I'm offering training courses here in Hawaii. Training to unwind and get into the monkey body. The monkey body. The idea is to pressurize the breath. See, we're all breathing like scarecrows. The air goes in and doesn't do anything. What we want to do is like, you think of ourselves like a balloon. Everything we put in our body just blows us out. How much do you eat is what you think you need to eat, and that's how you breathe. We are swimming in an ocean of energy, and we can choose whatever we want. We're just a bit grounded like tortoises. We're not in the trees like birds and flying because we don't know how to open our wings. These are our wings, people. They need to be open so it's connected to the heart, connected to our digestion, and we can become perfectly healthy if we understand what it is to be. That's why I'm creating this school, because somebody needs to know, especially my own son who's 2 years old. I got to show him how I live because I'm his dad. But there are many my students out there in the world that want to understand the way of Zen, the way of yoga, and how our body moves and grooves, because there's joy happening in it, because we're in awe to be here in life and dance rather than be bombarded by the chains and shackles of life itself and the downer the people are to hold us into a grid of who we think we are. You know, just go out and just do it. Be free. Whatever freedom is for you. For me, it's being out here in the rain and the wind, and knowing that I am one big balloon, and the way to breathe is to breathe through the top of your head, into your ears, into your whole brain, and pull in the energy, and then compress it. Compress it. Hold it, compress it, back up to our head. And attempt to hold that breath forever. It's my classic nomenclature wording. Hold it forever until you feel like you have to let it go or you're going to die. Whichever comes first, it doesn't matter, because nothing matters here. You make life matter. Life matters because you think it should matter. And pump it. Circulate it. And you're doing this all with one breath. Circulate it. Other way. Deep breath in. Hold it, twist. Hmm. So with guasha, I haven't explained that. You take some oil, and I use a lid sometimes, and you massage your lymphatic. You see, you don't need to work out to have a good-looking muscular tone. You just need to have clean underlying skin. You see, since I'm a doctor of yoga, I'm going to actually ask you to take some time to educate yourself at this moment. I'm going to school you about what fat supposedly is, an adipose tissue, and the bloodstream, and the lymphatic stream, the lymphatic. Everything you eat goes in the fluids that go into the blood. The blood moves it around in whatever way and place it needs to, and then it supposedly goes into the cells to digest. Well, it's just digesting stuff and then leaving crap out of the cell in the lymphatic. So if you don't defecate as much as you should, as well as flowing things, if things get stagnant, you start to get stuff under here, stuff around here. And this adipose tissue, most of it's just fluids that's stuck because you're not massaging them. You're not moving it. So instead of me working out in the gym right now, I'm actually working on a cellular level. This is really deep stuff. Working on a cellular contact level, and I'm massaging, just moving the fluids around. The body will figure it out. It just needs touch. It just loves touch. So I'm touching here, and really ultimately what this benefits you energetically through your time and day is that when your skin is thin, paper thin, you can absorb more sunlight. That's right. There was cultures that wouldn't wear clothes at all. They would just allow the sun to feed and clothe them, and they felt nourished and da-da-da. I'm sure they ate, but they just didn't need to eat that much. In this society, everyone's wearing clothes. So everyone, only the identification is the hand. The feet are exposed, the hands, and the head. So we're always wanting to be orally eating and drinking and seeing and doing things and listening to Walkmans and all sorts of bullshit. We're just so distracted. We're like lemmings. We just follow whatever the hell is in front of us. We're sad motherfuckers. The soul culture, because we do as we're told. You see, we're all like children. I have a child, and it will listen and learn and watch everything I do because it's learning and repeat what I'm saying. So we're like parrots, all of us. So if we don't have a good parent, the parrots become just who they are, stupid, lame, and controlled by society. But the real parent should teach the child so that it doesn't make the same mistakes. See, we're making the same mistakes we were made back in 100 years ago, 200 years ago. We're still killing each other. We still have all the issues and problems, as you know. Why are things getting better? Because they don't want them to get better, ultimately. They want us to keep fighting and continue to be unhealthy so that they can continue to be jabbing us with things and having doctors to tell us what to do and feeding us. Nobody's getting healthy and, getting really healed here. I'm about the only healing person that I know that really is into it, is doing it, and living it, and wanting to share it. So I created a school here in Maui. Email me, they're down below if you're interested. And keep watching my videos, because I don't know of anything else that's more important than realizing yourself in your body. Because I don't read books. I don't believe in reading somebody else's knowledge. You see, here's the thing. Every insect out there, every smallest insect, even a spider, an engineer can't even make a spider web as nice and good as a spider. Yet they can. They never read a book. So I'm not encouraging anybody to read anything. Don't you already know everything? If you don't, then you're actually not tuning into what you are. Your brain's supposed to make love to itself. You're supposed to be so happy that nothing outside you even matters. You're just like, whoa, I'm just in such awe of bliss. This is where you want to go. You want to be so blissful and happy in your body that you don't even need to see anything outside you to entertain you. And if you're looking for entertainment, you haven't found it within. So you're a loser. In the end, you're a loser. And you're paying for it, and you're jumping into your wheels in your car, and you're driving to pay for that parasite that you're feeding every day. You know, I eat once a day or none at all. That's right. I'm just feeding my parasites when I eat that once a day, but I make it into the best meal, fruit, grown right here on the island, so it just comes out really nice, and it lubricates your body. Every time I eat cooked food, I die. I die. Cooked food is death. You want to kill yourself slowly? Eat cooked food. You want to live? You do what all the longevity people are doing. Breathe, live in good air, eat good food because you're living in where it's grown, and you're in touch with, like, I'm happy because for no reason. When I eat cooked food and packaged food, I'm just feeding the beast, and I go into non-feeling. You see, you can't feel properly if you're eating crap in the body. You know, caffeine and those things, caffeine's the worst thing you can put in your body, people. If you're doing it, you're not my follower. You won't listen to what I have to say then. If you love caffeine, you don't want to get off it, good. Stay jacked up. I can sit down anywhere and meditate immediately, just like, because there's nothing in my kidneys going this, jacking, pushing me to get off my ass and work. You see, coffee's a slave drug. If anybody's hearing this and even values life, don't even drink it ever. Stay away from it. Stay away from the people drinking it. They're jacked too. They're like fucking amphetamine addicts. So we don't need to be worrying about people with meth. I'm worried about people going into Starbucks, motherfuckers. Consuming that toxic food. You ever been to Starbucks? Everyone's sitting there on their computer really quietly, yet they're getting all this energy. They should have treadmills in there. But nobody listens to a good idea. You really want to get jacked up? Be high on life, not death. Every time you eat, you kill yourself. Every time you eat. Food has never done me any service. It's entertainment. And I grew up with entertainment, so I've been hijacked. I literally have to unweed the thing that is in me that wants to eat. And then when I do, it's like sensuous. It's like creates this whole dynamic of when you eat that fruit or the mango and you breathe it in almost. It's like it becomes part of you. That's what food does. You are what you eat. So never eat a hamburger, people. Never go into a place where somebody else is cooking your food. You should handle it yourself. That's right. You're much healthier if you handle it yourself. People kill me every time they eat get cooked for me. See? They cook it. They cook it and they kill it. So with guahsha, back to what I was saying, you need to massage that tissue until all that gook gets out of you. You see, I've been doing this, for 10 minutes? And it just moves all that stuff so that you don't have to deal with it. You don't need to work out to have a perfect body. Thank you very much for watching. My narcissism, actually, it's just like working out. That's all I'm doing is working out my cells. So if that doesn't look healthy to you, I don't know. Maybe it's just ugly to you, me, or you. I don't know. But for 55, yeah, that's right. I'm 55 years old. I think I am. I'm doing all right. I could be wrong. Could be wrong about a lot of things. Could be wrong about you actually even existing. But I'm not a character. I'm Sean Penn, the character. So, have a good day and stay stoned. I only smoke once a day. Yeah. Then I smoke twice. Yeah. 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 And never let the Lord's name leave your lips. Yogi Zen over and out.